Often I'll share my story about how I became a holistic dentist. And I'll say that it really started for me when I was a kid, going to the dentist. Every time I went, I had cavities. So I ended up with a mouthful of mercury fillings. And then when I was about 10, 11 years old, there was an accident. I lost a tooth. And then I had braces. And the orthodontist made my teeth look straight, but my jaw was crooked. I always suffered headaches. So I was sort of predisposed as time went on to pursue this path of trying to figure out my own health problems. Went through dental school, got my education in dentistry. Shortly after dental school, my wife and I were living together in an apartment, and there was a bad snowstorm. And I didn't have a snow shovel to dig out my car, so I used the only thing I had that I could figure to move the snow with, which was a frying pan. Ended up straining my back and had a severe low back strain that just snowballed. And it took about a year to find the right doctor, a chiropractor, to help me with my back. By the time I found him, I was in pain all over from head to toe. I had chronic headaches since I was a kid. Now I was experiencing pain in my face. I was having jaw pain, neck pain, back pain. And by this point, I was already trained as a dentist. So I started to go to the chiropractor. From the start, this particular doctor I found was giving me relief. And he was using methods that were really looking at my whole body. And so he was really my first exposure to a whole body approach in healthcare, because everybody I had seen before would just look at parts of me and try to treat the parts where I would have the symptoms, but the cause wasn't always where I had the symptoms. But then as I spent time over the years, trying to understand how my jaw was affecting my low back and why the mercury that was in my teeth had affected me and all this, I was on this journey studying with different practitioners, not only in dentistry, but in medicine and chiropractic, osteopathy, acupuncture, physical therapy. And as I continued my studies, I became inspired to write a book, because I started to see for myself how so many of my health problems had a dental connection. And so I came up with this idea of writing a book, The Dental Connection, which we're in the process of publishing now, which first tells my story, then explores all the different ways in which the mouth interacts with the body as a whole.